Dear future officers, welcome to RIS, welcome to ethics classes. This is Raghu Ram with you. I have been teaching UPSC aspirants for the past 15 years. In this direction, I have written books. Not only that, I have taught in ethics paper in 2015. I have been teaching in Hyderabad for the first time after a long time. I have been teaching in Delhi and Bangalore for quite some time. Okay. So here, like as I already told you, I took nearly 1.5 years to write these two books, which are there in Amazon, but I have not uploaded because I felt that the things have been copied. So the things which I found has to be added will be given to you in the form of class notes and PPT. Sorry. Now, please concentrate. What is the best way to learn? What is the best way to learn? Please do message. What is the best way to learn anything? There are many ways. What is the best way to master ethics? What is the best ways to master the whole syllabus of civil service? What is the best way? What is the best way to learn anything? What is the better way? What is the good way? Let me ask you a question. How does a child learn?
By seeing the other child.
Have you observed the child anytime?
Yes.
It nearly takes 1 year for the child to walk. Does this happen in one day? When the child is born, it nearly takes days to just twist the body, just to move the body to one side. They'll be sleeping on their back for many days. Changing to one side, it takes many days. Afterwards, like sitting, standing, walking, running, this is one of the best way to learn. Let me ask you another question. In the same line, with the same topic, in the same context, how does the child learns a language? English is not our mother tongue. We are not into English on a daily basis. We find it difficult. All the people who are non-native speakers, but think a child is born and brought up in England. Within 1 or 2 years, it learns a very, very fluent English, a very systematic English, grammatically correct. How does that happen? Listen to me very carefully, come close. First, the child learns only one alphabet, A, or in the Indian construct, A, only one. It nearly takes 1 year to learn that alphabet. Afterwards, what does the child do? It just adds another alphabet. Amma, Akka, Anna, Appa. Are you getting me? First, it just learns one alphabet. Afterwards, 2 alphabets. Then 3 alphabets. Then a word. Then 2 words. So why I'm saying is, this is the way you should master anything. Learn the basics, learn the fundamentals, master them. Afterwards, just keep on adding to the things. Coming to the child analogy, with respect to civil service here, what you should be doing. Dear students, first of all, listen carefully. Every day, as soon as you wake up, the first thing you should be doing is reading the syllabus. Reading the syllabus. You should be reading the syllabus on daily basis. After you have got expertise over the syllabus, you have to add on PYQs. Based on the PYQs, you have to proceed to the guessing of the questions, FYQs. Is my point clear to you? Will you be doing this? First, the very fundamental syllabus. Syllabus should be in your head. This is the first thing. I have told you to internalize the syllabus, by heart the syllabus. How many of you have by hearted? Please let me know. How many? So, if you have not memorized, if you have not by hearted the syllabus, then it is the very high time that you start now. As soon as you get up, first thing you should be doing is syllabus. Then, how do master chess players learn? Have you heard of anyone learning chess? Vishwanathan Anand. Nowadays, we have got many grandmasters. How do they learn? I was also a university blue chess player. How do people learn? Not like ordinary people, master chess players. Practice daily. Then anything other than that? They think about it. They guess. In the very beginning, how they learn is they learn with only two pieces. Say, for example, only like elephant, only camel, only horse. First, they master the moves in which the horse can move. Then, camel, in which the camel can move, in which the elephant can move. Then, camel and the king, different varieties. So, what is the analogy here? What is the takeaway from this? Here, you have to learn the things perfect once for all. Say, for example, if you are studying economy, finish economy once for all. मेरा हो गया, ऐसा होना है. Not just keep on reading the things. So learn the basics first. So master the basics. Afterwards, you can add on to the things. So I repeat, syllabus is the most important one. The first thing you should be doing every day is to read the syllabus, prelims and mains. It's a different experience if you have the whole syllabus in your mind. The way you interconnect, the way you will be able to answer will be entirely different. Okay? So we are all here to get first rank, IAS. How? We have to get through mains. How getting through mains? Here I already told you options and ethics and essay plays a very crucial role in that the weightage of ethics and essay is more than optionals. People are simply beyond optionals. They are spending 6 months, a year, but a thing which can be mastered in just 1 or 2 months, they are neglecting. That you shouldn't be doing. Just listen to what I say, follow what I do with respect to ethics. It will be more than sufficient for you. There won't be any need for you to refer any material. To get first rank, ethics is the key. These are the things which are directly related to ethics. Right? Okay. So we'll be having daily mains answer writing. All PYQs will be solved. All PYQs based on that FIQs will be solved. Then conceptual clarity, mock tests, second ARC, DOPT, NCRT, IGNO material, all these UPSC sources will be added. And there will be one-to-one mentorship in our courses. It will be one-stop solution. There will be DAF analysis. We'll be providing that. You should be filling that and sending us. We'll assess your personality. Then one-to-one interaction, daily, weekly, and monthly targets and tests. So here, once again, I am coming to the most important thing which I have explained yesterday. GS-4 paper is entirely different from other papers. It's not like that. Why? What is tested in ethics paper? Attitude, then approach, then problem solving. What is the acronym I gave? To remember this? Aam Aadmi Party. A means attitude, approach, problem solving. Please keep this in mind. If you keep this in mind and reproduce the answer based on these keywords, you'll get maximum marks. Because UPSC itself has said that we'll be analyzing your attitude, approach, and problem solving things. So if you are not showing those things in the answer, you won't be getting good marks. So yesterday I gave a homework. How many of you have done? Guru, did you do? Okay. So at least can you say what was the homework? What was the home? Huh? Okay. So here, like as I told you, starting from case studies is one of the best method for which there is no need of any background. In fact, for ethics itself, there is no need of any background. You can straight away start with ethics as a fresher also. Okay. In ethics paper, very important, Aam Aadmi Party. AAP, attitude, approach, and problem solving are the things which are tested. So your aptitude, through your aptitude, they test your ethics to by approach integrity and by problem solving approach aptitude. This is what we have discussed. So coming to the concept of attitude, since attitude is the most important one, your feelings, your behavior, your opinion are not attitude, but they're part of attitude, right? So thought, emotion, and behavior. The same year, ABC. So just remember ABC for attitude. Keywords. You have to learn the concepts in keywords. See, like as I told you, I always thought of getting first rank. For that, I used to think I'll behat everything. I'll do that. I will do this. No, that's a very wrong idea. If at all, if you want to master, master through keywords. For any concept, just 3, 4 keywords are more than sufficient. Because if you like try to behat the things, you may have to behat some 10,000 definitions. So that's not possible, right? So here for attitude, you should remember ABC, affect, behavior, cognitive components associated with the sub object. They are mental tendencies. There you have what? Evaluation, overall evaluation of the things. There is decision making. So all these 4 key words, key things should be there. Decision making, evaluation with respect to the summary evaluation, psychological tendency, ABC. All these things have to be there in your mind. Okay. We can have attitude on anything where you can evaluate. This is the first thing in the syllabus. What is attitude made of? The content of attitude. What is attitude made of? ABC. Attitude is made up of ABC. That's it. If they ask the same question in different way, what is attitude made up of? What is the content of attitude? What is multi-component model? What is ABC model? Or what is CAB model? What is tri-component model? All mean the same, and you should be writing the same things which I have explained to you. This is a figure which you have to keep in mind. Okay. So here, as I told you, like with respect to affective component, it's feeling. With respect to the behavioral component, past experience. With respect to the cognitive, it is beliefs, thoughts, and your views and attributes. So now just go through this one. Just read it. A very important one where I have explained all the concepts in a very simple way. Finish reading?
This concept attitude towards summary evaluation. The two degrees about the content.
Yes, the same thing.
Behavior, they actually participated in planning.
Yes. So those of you listening online, I appreciate if you can come offline so that we'll have one-to-one interaction, and you may not be like feeling comfortable if you are listening to online. Okay, coming to this passage is a very simple one. This is a one which I have taken from NCRT. So for attitude, what you should be reading?
Summary evaluation of
What you should be reading? What are the sources you should be referring? NCRT. So those things I'll be doing. If you attend the class, there is no need. Otherwise, ignore material and NCRT. This is the one which I have taken from NCRT. Green environment. Suppose a group of people in your neighborhood start to a tree plantation campaign as a part of Green India movement based on the sufficient information about the environment. Your views towards green environment is positive. So what is view here from ABC? In ABC, views. Is it affect behavior or cognition? Online. Cognition, very good. So views, cognition. Then you feel very happy when you see greenery. You feel sad and angry when you see trees being cut. So what is this sad, angry? Feelings, right? Affect component, affect. You actively participated in tree planting behavior. So ABC, these are the components, right? But this doesn't mean that it is the attitude. So here now the view is cognition, the feeling is affect part, and participated is B. ABC is here, right? So we cannot predict one component on the basis of other two. Say for example, go for this. Say for example, your views are positive. So your views are positive with respect to Green India. Based on that, can we say that you will go and plant the plants? Will you participate in planting? So here we cannot guess one by referring to another. Let me give you a very standard example which you understand better. Here, donation of blood. Is it good or bad? Blood donation. Good or bad? Good. So your cognition is positive. So here tell me, how many of you are donating blood on a regular basis? Okay. So what about online people? Have you been donating blood on a regular basis? Then donating organs
Sir.
after you die. Is it good or bad? Good. Then how many of you have signed for donating your organs after you expire? So this was a question which I asked long back in Delhi. The person there asked the student there, he told me an answer, which I still remember. He told that he was told by his parents that if you donate organs in this Janma, then you won't be having those organs in your next Janma. So God will feel, I have given you eyes, but you are donating that. So okay, in next birth, I won't give sight. So that was the thought, but it is not true. So you should. Okay. So is the concept of attitude clear to you now? So this once again, from where do UPSC questions come? Syllabus and PYQs. Just read those things. That are the only footprints what we have. 2012 question, very, very important. You should be doing that. You should be using standard sources, standard UPSC sources, which we'll be referring in all our classes. And here, this paper is not general ethics paper. It is ethics in civil service, public administration and governance. So this is the syllabus. So now, please learn the things here and now. So this is the whole syllabus. So if you try to remember this syllabus, it will be very difficult. Any syllabus, GS 1, 2, 3, if you try to remember like this, it will be difficult. What you should be doing? So you should be remembering only one keyword for each chapter. So can you reproduce the name of the chapters at least? If not, just listen. Ethics and human interference. Attitude, aptitude, emotional intelligence, moral thinkers, ethics in public administration, probity in governance. Please learn the things here and now. Just 7 keywords. So I repeat, come with me. Ethics and human interference, attitude, aptitude and foundational value, emotional intelligence, moral thinkers, ethics in public administration, probity in governance. That's it. Probity in governance, ethics in public administration, moral thinkers, emotional intelligence, aptitude, attitude, ethics. So these are the concepts which you should master. And next is this. Most of the students and in most of the books, these things are not dealt, but you have to understand this is the very basis. Okay. So like the questions, all these things you are aware of. We'll discuss as to how the questions are also come. I thought of discussing 2024 and 25 questions, but it may be a little difficult for you. So we'll take up later. See, these are the things which once again, like some of you have already written the answer. I appreciate. If at all, if you have not, this is a very basic. As I told you, we'll go in a systematic way. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So these three case studies, they have got connection. So what I request is 2012 question number 1, 2013 question number 14, 2019 question number 9. All the three you should answer. You should try to answer. You should read. If it is not possible, at least think as to what is the answer. So here many students are getting high marks in ethics. Why? Can anyone make a guess why students are getting very good marks in ethics? I'll make things simple. Are the students getting good marks in case study or the questions, theory part? What is your opinion? Dear students, it's always the case studies. Questions are pretty difficult. Case studies is the areas where you will be getting high marks because the questions asked in case study are present and can be answered from the things which are there in case study. So case study is the key. You are getting marks like according to me, to the best of my knowledge, only by case studies. Questions are very difficult in ethics compared to the case study one. What is ethics? What is ethics? Any idea? Any guess? You might have heard many definitions, many things. So just listen to me. In a simple way, I'll be explaining the things. Ethics. What is ethics? So, sir, how to write? Can we write on this one?
Actually, there is a text symbol.
Okay, okay, I got it. Okay, okay. So, what is ethics? Okay. Okay. What is ethics? Even after attending coaching, after finishing coaching, many won't be in a position to tell what exactly ethics is. What is ethics? So, to explain anything, to define anything, first, what you should be doing is you should be understanding what is the function done by that. Say, for example, the same analogy. What is marriage? So, how to define it? The best way is by knowing the function. So, function, what is the function performed? Similarly, what is kinship? Or what is family? What is family? To define it properly, first of all, you should know what exactly the function performed. Is my point clear to you? Similarly, ethics. To understand ethics, to define ethics properly, first you should understand the function performed by. So, what is the function performed by ethics? Why ethics is needed? Well-being of all. So, well-being of all. Why we have ethics? What is the function of ethics? Well-being of all. How can the well-being of all be made possible? So here, putting society is putting set of standards on itself. So society is putting a set of standards, set, not just one, set of standards on itself. These set of standards. So standards say what is right, what is wrong, what is just, what is unjust, what is good, what is bad, what is desirable, what is undesirable. These determine and they guide our thought, behavior, action, and everything. Is the point clear to you? So, ethics are set of standards that society puts on itself, which guide our thought, behavior, action, because of which you will be having well-being of all. This is a question which has been asked 3 times in UPSC. Well-being of all. So in that you are also present. Right? So then, ethics means just set of standards. Following them is said to be integrity. I'll explain these things in detail, but to have a broader idea, I'm giving you the gist, the crux. Just listen to me. Afterwards, you can take down. Is the point clear to you? Here, well-being of all is a very important aspect. Set of standards society places on itself. Let me ask you the same thing which has happened. When I write on whiteboard, things are not clear, not visible to you. Why? When I have got background, my face will be clearly visible. Why? Why is that? When the background is white, what I write is not visible properly. Not only that, my face won't be visible properly. But when the background is dark, it is visible. Why? Okay, think it over. Let's get back. What is ethics? Set of standards that society puts on itself. Why society is putting those standards? Well-being of all. These are the key things which you have to keep in mind. So here, the very beginning of everything in ethics starts with values. What are values? So I'm giving you the things in keyword, just internalize those things. Values. What are values? Values are those things which are important. Done? This is the most accurate definition. There is no need for you to refer any definition. If you just have this in mind. Values are those which are important. If at all, if you want to add, you can add 2 more. Values are those which are having worth. Values are preferences. Preferences. Done with learn the things, learn the concepts in keywords. Don't mug up. Don't try to mug up. Take the keywords, just any definition, not just in this one, even in optional. What is sustainable development? Just 2-3 keywords. Okay. Now, let us go one step ahead. Where do these values come from? We prefer one over the another. Many of our students here, they preferred Delhi or Hyderabad. They went to Delhi. Sir was there in Delhi. We prefer one over other. Why do we prefer? Preference. Please think it over. This is the starting point from which we will start and we will end up with integrity and probity in a flow. Why do we prefer one over another? Why do you prefer one institution over the another? Why do you prefer one individual over the another? So here, preference. There are thousands of reasons as to why we prefer one over the another, right? If your preference is based on liking, then it is called your interest. Clear? What are interests? Interests are the preferences having basis in liking. I am interested in you. What does this mean? It means that I like you. I am interested in some movie, something. Then liking is the one. We may prefer something because it is important. Then that is said to be value. Understood? Preferences having the basis in importance are your values. This is high time, my dear students. This is the high time. We choose our partners. We choose our friends. We choose our things. You should be choosing the things based on your values, not your interest. Why is that? Values are those which are important. These are relatively stable. Relatively stable. On the other hand, your interests are transient. Transient. If you choose a partner based on your liking is transient. That may fade away. That may change tomorrow. On the other hand, think you are choosing a partner based on values, based on your values. Means what is important to you. Then it will be there for long. So preferences having basis in importance are your values. These values can become interests and this interest can become value. So I'll explain as to how this interplay happens, as we proceed. If I explain all these things, these are already abstract concepts, very subjective concepts, you may get confused. I'll let you one by one. So this is the basis of ethics. This is the basis of, in fact, humanity. Who are you? You are what your values are. Means what is important to you defines who you are. See, eating, sleeping, other things. There is no difference between me and you. You eat, I eat. Animals also eat. A pig eats, a dog eats. But what is important to me? are my values. They define who am I. Okay. Next, another flow chart in this direction. Values are those which are important. Values important to you are your values. Values important for organization is organization value. Values important for society is societal value. So anything like that. Values means important. So once again, here you have got one more thing which is said to be human values. Human values. Human values are the things which are important to all humans across all societies. So human values are universal. Universal. They are also called core values. This may not be universal. This may be specific to society and culture. Society or culture. So, what is the difference between society and culture? Can we have culture without society? Online people, anthropologists, can we have culture without society? ఏంటి అలా చూస్తున్నారు? This is a very fundamental basic in anthropology. So, good excuse. He joined late, so he is not aware. What about veterans? Do animals have culture? Do animals have? Online people, anthropologists. I can see many one. Chaudhary Garu.
No, sir.
Okay. Good. Why only humans have culture? Anyone? Why only humans have culture? Because of thinking capability. Let me see, like who will answer? Why only humans have culture? And not only that, only humans have values. The reason being, we have got symbolic language. Is the point clear to you? What is
Sir,
culture?
even animals they have their own culture, right? So they have their own language for animals, for insect.
Okay. So the things were not audible properly, but I'll make the things clear. Humans are the only beings which have culture, which have ethics, which have values. Values, ethics, culture, it is present only in humans. Society, what is society? Group of people. Society, group of people. What is culture? Way of living of this society. Way of life of this society. What is culture? What are the characteristics? Three important things. For anything to be called cultural, it has to be learned, not genetical. First thing is, it has to be learned. Second, it has to be shared by most members of the society. Shared by most members of the society. Third, it has to pass on from one generation to another. Only humans have culture because humans have symbolic language which is sophisticated, which is not present among animals. They may have language, but that is very rudimentary. That is not symbolic. Okay, coming back to the things. Values. Values are those which are important. Human values are those which are important for all societies at all places. Can you give some example for human values? Universal values? Stealing is wrong. Is there any society which says that stealing is right? No, example is like love, empathy. So these are human values. Based on these human values which are in the form of or which leads to well-being of all, well-being of all, which are in the form of well-being, which are leads to well-being of all, and which are in the form of standards. Standards. So standards say what is right, what is wrong, is said to be ethics. Right? So there are many people who differentiate ethics and morals. At this point of time, I say that you take a very important concept. Ethics and morals can be interchanged. Nearly 80 to 90% of all the experts in the field, they use the term interchangeably. There are some differences, but you shouldn't be worrying. So I repeat, a very important one, UPSC syllabus, and also the questions reflect this one. Ethics and morals can be used interchangeably. There are some differences, we will look into that. Like, I don't want to confuse you. Then the next is, ethics refers to set of standards over following ethics. Following ethics or ethics in action is said to be integrity. Integrity. Clear? What is integrity? Ethics in action. Following the ethical standards. So this is a like very brief. Integrity doesn't mean this. It's having a bigger, wider canvas. We'll be doing that. But this is the very basic, very fundamental, since this is the very beginning of the class. Clear? So values are those which are important. Important for you, your values. Important for organization, organization value. Important for civil service value. Important for society, society. Values which are important for all societies. Human values. Also known as universal values, core values. For the whole humanity, some things are important. So that is said to be human values. Human values in that which lead to the well-being of all and in the form of standards are said to be ethics. Ethics, set of standards, following them is integrity. Following them, ethics in action. Write down these two sentences. Ethics in action, integrity. Following ethical standards at all times and all places. For anthropology students, these words, I think, very familiar. At all times, at all places. So, what is integrity? Following ethics, ethical standards at all times and all places is integrity. Integrity is ethics in action. Right? So, in a formal sense, in the formal structure, integrity turns into probity. Probity. So don't bother much. So probity is, in comparison to integrity, it is objective and also formal or professional sense we use. So don't bother much about probity, you will be confused. Probity we generally used in government organization, professional organizations, things like that. Write a line for probity. Probity is proved integrity. What is probity? Probity is proved integrity. Proved integrity. Proved, P-R-O-V, proved integrity or procedural integrity. Procedural integrity. It is about following. It is about following processes, procedures, methods, processes, procedures, and methods. Okay. So, do you have a fair idea with respect to the things? Values, ethics, integrity, probity. Okay. Please.
Ethics is standard. Ethics is standard which are wrong and right.
Mm.
The following ethics.
Following ethics is integrity. So, how to go to slides?
Is following standards of which are wrong also called also
No. Good question, but I can delve into that. So now just learn and stick to those things because that will be very subjective. So how to go about? Yes. So if you have, okay. So what is ethics? What is ethics? Set of standards that society puts on itself. Why society puts on itself? For the well-being of all. Okay. This we'll discuss. So this is the definition given by second ARC. You may note down one more, very important. Set of standards of right conduct. Set of standards of right conduct. Don't forget to mention second ARC. The most authentic. Set of standards of right conduct. So the other one. So we'll be dealing with other aspects. So the same definition which I have shown you. This is taken from the second ARC fourth report, the first chapter, first line. Second ARC fourth report, first chapter, first line says ethics is set of standards that society places on itself and which helps guide behavior, choice, and actions. Okay, please do answer. Which is the apex institution of Government of India mandated to combat corruption and to ensure integrity? Which is the organization responsible to keep a check on corruption and to maintain integrity of an officer? ED. So online people, please do participate. Which is the top organization in India? This is the most important. For all the case studies, we should be using this. Many students are not aware. So any case study, if you find anything corruption, you should be reporting to this. What is that organization?
Central Vigilance Commission.
Indraja, please.
Central Vigilance Commission, sir.
Wow, great. Very nice. Very nice. So, like, I don't know, I cannot see your face, but this is excellent answer. 95% of the students have not answered. I don't know whether you are veteran or already like you have the idea. CVC. Write down. Central Vigilance Commission. So anything you find in any case study, say for example, a minister is like pressurizing, a officer is pressurizing, he is corrupt, you find something corrupt in your office, any case study, apex organization in India is CVC. Very great, very nice of you. So it's CVC. Okay. Before that, I think. So CVC is the one, we'll discuss some of the things dealt by CVC. CVC, you have to go to CVC website also. They have given some important aspects. I'll be covering those things. So CVC is the apex organization related to accountability, transparency, corruption, integrity, all the things. At the state level, State Vigilance Commission. Yeah, we heard of Lokayukta. In some states, ACB, Anti-Corruption Bureau. These are the things. So here now, set of standards, ethics is set of standards society places on itself, which guide behavior, choice, and action. Then what is the supreme ethical standard? There are set of standards, right? Then what are the standards which we have to consider? Right? What is the right thing to do? Because there are set of standards. Then which standard is the supreme? What is the right thing to do? So now this is a real case study. You should be involving in that and explaining that things. In 1884, 4 sailors were stranded in the sea in a small boat. In a small boat? In a small boat, thousands of miles from the land. So the ship is struck thousands of miles away from the land. Their ship had gone wrong in the storm and they had escaped to the lifeboat. The ship has broken down thousands of kilometers from the land. They escaped to the lifeboat with only 2 cans of preserved food. So you have got only 2 cans of preserved food and fresh water. In sea, you cannot drink sea water. Why? Why sea water? It is salty. Salty water, why it cannot be drunk? Why? Very good. It dehydrates. How? Very good. What happens is reverse osmosis takes place. మీ బాడీలో ఉన్న వాటర్ని కూడా అబ్జర్వ్ చేసేస్తుంది. Say for example, pickles, high concentration of salts. So how pickles are preserved? There is high concentration of salts, right? Or like sweets, high concentration of the solvents. So if any bacteria or microorganisms enter, they will remove water from the microorganism itself. Did you get the logic of preserving pickles? So microorganisms akkada velte దానిలో ఉన్న వాటర్ బాడీలో ఉన్న వాటర్ని తీసేసుకుంటాయి. సో అందుకే ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ అడ్వైజబుల్ ఇయర్ టు ఫ్రెష్ వాటర్, వెరీ లిటిల్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద కేస్. నౌ ప్రిజర్వ్డ్ ఫుడ్ లాస్టెడ్ ఫర్ 10 days. 10 days they somehow ate. Then for next 8 days they were having nothing. See, 8 days starvation. Is there anyone who has starved for 1 day? ట్రై చేశారా ఎప్పుడైనా? చేయలేదంటే ఒకసారి చేయండి. You should like break your barriers. You should try. Once go for a walk 15 kilometers. Go for a jog 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers. You should be stretching. Then you will come to know who you are. So here 8 days they starved. 9th day they had a suggestion that we'll be having lottery. So lottery for what? There are 4. Lottery for deciding as to whom to kill, because they don't have anything to eat. So don't say, sir, they were in ocean, they can do shipping, like fishing. Akade alag, that's not that easy in deep waters. So they were starving, nothing to eat. 4 members lo appudu lottery system chestamu, so that we'll put all the names and we'll take one. Sorry. So they said no. And 20th day, a person by name Parker was killed. 20th day. 24th day, as they were having their breakfast. So breakfast ante enti? This Parker. A ship appeared at last and they were produced in court. So if you are a judge, what you will do? There are 4 people. They have nothing to eat, starved for 8 days. Tarvata, like Samo, they killed one, they were having their breakfast, then the ship came and they went to their place. And they were produced in court. This really happened. So here, what you will do? Suppose you are the judge, how would you rule? For the 3, capital punishment, 12 years jail or 1 year jail, or compensation to the family, Parker's family. What is your answer? Which is your answer? One, A, B, C, D. Online people, you can just mention A, B, C, or D. Which is your answer? You will go with D. You? So you have got extra answer. Okay, please.
In that 4 members, 3 members can survive by killing Parker. So it is not crime in that sense, in that situation.
Killing is killing. It is objectively wrong. Whether you kill to safeguard you or anything, killing is wrong. Okay, we'll get into one more. So you are one of the 4 sailors. What do you suggest? Drawing the lottery, killing one of the 4, or not killing anyone? Will starve all, sacrificing yourself. Are మీరు ముగ్గురు బతకండి, నేను చనిపోతాను, నన్ను చంపేయండి. And a innovative one. So what is the one? So if you are one among the 4, what is your choice? So what is your choice? So Guru says that drawing lottery. What about you, Sai? Drawing lottery. If it is a UPSC question, online people, what is your answer? Indraja, Bhavya, Janavi, Shivani, Kala. Okay. So if the same question is asked in your interview, the best will be sacrificing yourself. It shows your qualities of bravery, empathy, of selflessness, sacrifice. So generally, there are, like you would have gone for killing others, definitely will be doing that. But in the interview, this is the answer which you should be giving. That is the one which they are expecting. At the end, like they also know what exactly is there in your mind, but at least you have to say this. Sorry. Then let us just take one
Sir,
moment.
excuse me, sir.
Please go ahead.
Sir, if we sacrifice ourselves, is there any assurance to safety of their safety?
Like it's a very open-end question, very good. So here the thing is, here you are showing, and also like as you said, you should make those things. Say for example, your family, there should be compensation. They should look after those things. Think the situation. Say for example, you are in any like difficult situation, floods.
Sir, sir, sorry for the interruption. The same set of question was asked in 2025 ethics paper.
Yes,
The
yes. Like
the
they have
cloud
always been
yes, cloud
asking.
basket.
Yes, that is
Yes.
the reason I have taken. Like it just to like provoke some thought in you. We will take up the case studies. These are also case studies. These are the live case studies. Okay, done. So at last our online people interacted. Very nice. Okay, now this is a very famous one. In fact, it was made famous by many teachers, especially the Harvard School, Michael Sandel. So here you have to catch the logic. Suppose you are the driver. So run trolley. You are the driver of the trolley van hurling down the track at 70 miles per hour. So on the track, the rail is moving. Up ahead, you see six workers standing on the track. Six workers on the track. You try to put, you try to stop the, you try to put the brake, but the brakes are not working. సో మీరు వెళ్తున్నారు ట్రాక్ మీద 6 members ఉన్నారు. ద బ్రేక్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ వర్కింగ్. Suddenly you notice a side track off to the left. There is a worker on the track too, but only one. What should you do? Track 1 means 6 people. Main track means 6 people. Or the side track means one worker. Which one would you go and why? See, the thing is, these 6 people should not be there. వాళ్ళకి తెలుసు ఇక్కడ ట్రైన్ వస్తాయని, బట్ దే ఆర్ దేర్. ఆన్ ద అదర్ హ్యాండ్ దెర్ ఈస్ ఎ ఇన్నోసెంట్ పర్సన్ లైక్ యూ హూ ఇస్ ఫాలోయింగ్ ద రూల్స్. ఏదో ఒక సైడ్ ట్రాక్ మీద కూర్చున్నాడు ఎక్కడో. సో యూ హ్యావ్ ద ఆప్షన్. సో వాట్ యూ విల్ డూ అండ్ వై?
They were wrong. As they are not following the rules, they were wrong. But killing of six is killing of one is better than six.
So killing of one is better than 6. So is this the punishment you give for a person who is following the rules? Okay, the same thing in a different way. The concept is important here. The other one, rally, second one, a very heavy man on the bridge. This time you are not the driver but an onlooker. You are just seeing, onlooker, standing on a bridge overlooking the track. Now there is no side track for you. Down the track comes a trolley, and at the end of the track there are 6 workers. Once again the brakes don't work. The trolley is about to crash into 6 workers. So trolley వస్తుంది, మీ ముందు 6 members ఉన్నారు. There also brake is not working. Now you are not the driver. మీరు ఇక్కడ నిల్చున్నారు. You feel helpless to avoid this disaster until you notice standing next to you on the bridge a very heavy man, a very fat man. You could push him off the bridge onto the track into the path of the oncoming trolley. He would die, but the 6 workers would be saved. What should you do? Trolley వస్తుంది. If you like, even you thought of putting yourself on the track, but you are very lean. So that is the reason they have used fat man. So if you push that fat man, the trolley will stop and 6 will be saved. So what will you do? How many of you say that I will push the fat man? No, now the answer, like, what is your answer? Will you push the fat man or not? Online people, how many think that pushing the fat man and saving 6 is the best choice? See, this is the one which you have to think. See, in the previous example, you are thinking of taking the rail on the side track. There 1 will be killed, 6 will be saved, right? But you are saying, no sir, in this case I won't be doing this. Here also the same case. By sacrificing one fat man, you will be saving 6 people. What made you to say no? Just think it over. Both the case studies are same. 1:6. Okay, let us take one more. These are like the same things which are calculated shopkeeper. This is one of the most important one. Based on this case study, nearly 4-5 questions have come even in essay and ethics. There is a shopkeeper. Think that that shopkeeper is me. There is a small child. Small child comes to me, comes with a 500 rupees note to buy bread. I see around, nobody is there. The small child has come with 500 rupees or 10 rupees, 100 rupees. So here two things flash to my mind. One, overcharge the child. Chinnapilla, teliyadu. Overcharge the child. Another, give the proper change and the proper item. Then what I thought is, I first thought of overcharging the child. Then afterwards I thought, no. If I do that, people will come to know. My reputation will spoil. Honesty is the greatest asset. So what I do? I give the child the correct item and the correct change. Am I unethical? My question is, I thought of cheating, but I did not cheat. Why I did not cheat? Because I thought that by cheating, I may be caught and my business may go down. So leave all this apart. Child has come, I have given the proper material, proper change. Is there unethical thing here? Is there any unethical thing here? So the same here. I'll explain. A child goes to the grocer store to buy bread. The grocer could overcharge him and the child would not know. But the grocer realized that if others discovered he took the advantage of the child, in this way, the word might spread and hurt his business. For this reason, it may hurt his business. For this reason, he decided not to overcharge the child. Is the shopkeeper ethical? Yes or no? Yes, that is the thing. In ethics, even if you are thinking wrong, you are unethical. See, if I say, I have got everything, I have got good marks in ethics, I have got books, just listen to me and you will get full marks. But if I keep some vested interest at the back of my head, I am helping you, but I am keeping some vested interest. Itanu IAS అయిన తర్వాత నా పనికి వస్తాడు, or anything other like that, then according to ethics, it's wrong. I may be helping you, but what is the motive behind that? The shopkeeper is doing the right thing, but for wrong reason. What is the wrong reason? His reputation may go wrong. I am helping you. If my motive, my intentions are correct, then only ethical. If I am helping you with a vested interest, with a wrong motive, then I may be called unethical. Is the thing clear to you? Here, what is the main crux? The motive, the intention with which you are doing. You may be doing the right thing, but if the intention is wrong, then it is wrong. Okay. Old lady and painter. So here it's a simple one. There used to be a old lady, a very old lady who cannot go out of her home. She thought of painting the home. Then she called and some person came, a painter came. So the painter charged her 10,000 rupees. And the contract was over. So what was the contract? The contract that the old woman will be giving 10,000 rupees and he will be painting the house. Everything is over. the old woman pelting all these things for over. After that, the old woman realized that the work which he has done is worth just 6,000, 7,000, or 5,000. So now, should the old woman be giving 10,000 or not? So here, it's a different thing, but contract is a contract. Say, for example, there is an institution. Think that they are charging 10,000. They're charging 10,000. You agreed, you joined. And afterwards, you came to know that some edutech or something startup, they are providing the same services for 5,000. So this is said to be contractual ethics. So once you have promised, then it is inevitable that you follow. So these are some of the things we'll be discussing, and the whole ethics case studies revolves around this. What is ethics? What does ethics means to you? Is ethics, can we equate ethics with religion? Why? Why not? Can we equate ethics with religion? There are many things which we often find in religion which are unethical. Maybe sati system, maybe not allowing the women to enter sacred places. There are many, many instances. Devadasi system, many, many. So ethics cannot be equated to religion. So ethics is not religion. Ethics, so there was a very famous scientist, in fact, social scientist. He asked people as to what ethics is. Some said it is my religious beliefs. Some said that ethics is way of my feelings. What I feel is ethics. Can we equate ethics to feelings? You may be feeling good in one time.
To some extent it is that, but in well-being of all it may be wrong. Because my
Okay.
feelings may hurt someone.
One of your friend is saying that to certain extent ethics can be equated to feelings because of certain reasons, but when it comes to well-being of all, it may not be. So well tried. Ethics cannot be equated to feelings. The reason is your feelings can change. They're not standards. They may change from place to place, from individual to individual, from circumstances to circumstances. So we cannot equate ethics with our feelings. Being ethical is doing what law requires. Is this ethics? Some say that following law is ethics. What about the laws, rules, and regulations before independence, colonial rules? Are they ethical? The apartheid rules which were passed in South Africa, are they ethical? No, you cannot equate ethics for even the law. So then, ethics consists of standards of behavior our society accepts. To a greater extent, this can be said okay. Then the next one, I don't know the best answer. What do you think? Do people know what ethics is? Think it over. Take a while. Do all people know what is ethical? What is unethical? Or is this statement true? If someone says that I know what ethics is, the answer is pretty wrong. We all know what ethics is. But we may not be in a position to express them in a crystal clear way. So I repeat here, like little out of the context. Writing is the crystallized form of expression. I repeat. What is writing is the beginning of civilization. Have you come across this? When did civilization emerge? After we started writing alphabets and writing. It is a crystallized form of writing. So this won't come in a single day. Start today. Write daily. Writing is the crystallized form of expression. Means it is one of the difficult form. Talking is easy. Writing. So you should be writing every day. Very, very important thing. Okay. So ethics is not all these things. Then what is ethics? What is the supreme ethical standard? What is the right thing to do? Some say that ethics is located in ends. Some say that ethics is located in means. Some say that following virtues, showing behavior of high moral standards is ethics. Some say that rights of the individual should be upheld. Then some say that contract. What is marriage? Marriage is a social contract. So contract. So contractual obligations. So this is the one thing, one figure which you should be writing, which encompasses everything. So don't get into these things. Don't worry, like we'll be explaining the things as we proceed. So here, if you locate, just listen to me, no need to write. If you locate ethics in the end means results. If the results are good, it is ethical. Means deontology. Sorry, consequentialism or utilitarianism. Outcome, results, or consequence. So I repeat, just concentrate on these things. If you locate ethics in these things, if the outcome is good, if the results are good, if the consequences are good, then that is ethical. That is consequentialism. For these people, it doesn't matter what are the means. This is said to be consequentialism or utilitarianism by Bentham and also Mill. For others, they are not bothered about consequences. Let the consequences be anything. If the means are correct, if you are doing your duty, then that is ethical. For others, they're not bothered about these two also. They're just bothered about your character, the personality, the behavior, the virtues, what you have. A warrior, a fighter should be courageous, truthful. So if he follows those things, then he is virtuous, he is ethical. So cardinal virtues of Plato, here categorical imperative of Kant, Bentham. So no need to bother, just an idea I am giving you. So are the things clear to you? Any doubt with respect to the things I have discussed? So my humble request, will go in a systematic way. We go in a systematic way. If you have got any doubt or anything, please let me know. So what I say is, try the 2 case studies which I have given for homework. We'll discuss them tomorrow. I thought of discussing today. Since you have not come prepared, it is not appropriate to discuss those things. So now, one more important clue I am giving you. You should be using only standard sources. Among them, second ARC and CBC website. Please note down CBC website. There are some literatures which are very good. I really say many questions have been taken from that sources. From the very beginning, apart from this, from the very beginning, I was able to clear prelims just by reading 3 weeks. Just, I never, like, you may be shocked. Many toppers even don't read. That is not in the beginning. That is after they become veterans. Why this happened? This happened because Lakshmikant sir, who was my teacher, showed me from where the questions are coming. ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తున్నాయి, ఏ బుక్లు వస్తున్నాయి. అలాగే here many questions are being picked from CBC website. So you should be referring the website. There, like, I'll be telling you exactly what to do, what not to do. Now, apex institution is CBC with respect to combating. What is the one best thing to do when you find corruption in public administration? What is the best thing to do when you find corruption in public administration, in your office, your IAS, IPS, or anything? What is the best thing to do? To report to CVC. So report to CVC, Central Vigilance Commission, Kendra Jagrata Commission, CVC. Below that comes State Vigilance Commission. So I have taken some very important, very pertinent, very authentic things with respect to ethics. So just behead them as it is. So here we go. Okay. Central Vigilance Commission is the apex government body in India that is responsible for promoting integrity, transparency, accountability in the country. So what is the first point? Which is having the mandate, responsibility of all the keywords: integrity, accountability, and transparency in public administration, civil service, public service is CVC. Next. Central Vigilance, this I have taken from the website of the CVC itself. They have provided these things. CVC is the apex integrity institution of the Government of India mandated to combat corruption and to ensure integrity in public administration and also civil service. Okay. Then, according to CVC, you may have to go through these things. What do you understand by being ethical? ఆలోచించండి, చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. Being ethical, what does this mean? When can I say that I am an ethical person? So being ethical is when you are able to differentiate between what is right and wrong. So just write down these keywords. According to CVC, being ethical means able to differentiate between what is right and wrong. So this is the one which you have to use in exams. Being ethical means able to differentiate between what is right, what is wrong. Done with? Take this as a mantra. This is given by the top apex institution. Able to differentiate between right and wrong. Then what do you understand by following ethical behavior? So the next point is ethical behavior. Ethical behavior ante enti? Ethical behavior means lead by example. Following ethical behavior is to lead by example. Just a keyword. Following ethical behavior is equal to lead by example. So what is that lead by example? What you expect in others, you have to show in you. So this is the one I always used to say my students, "Are, miru meditation cheyali, exercise cheyali." So Gandhiji once was about to say that children should not be eating sweets, but he was eating sweets. So he really took some 5-6 days. He resisted the temptation of eating sweets, then afterward told the children that not to eat. So here I always say do some physical exercise. In fact, the most important one, మీరు ఎవరైనా చేయట్లేదంటే ఇప్పుడు దాకా అట్లీస్ట్ 5-10 minutes you should be doing minimum. That is having a huge effect on your grasping ability, your reading ability, everything. So I also used to feel a very guilty feeling because I was not doing any of these things. Okay, coming back to the thing. Being ethical is leading by example. Ethics and decision making. So here a simple analogy they have given: higher the ethical standard, less is the confusion in decision making. So just use some symbolic language or some marks. So here, higher the ethical standard, less is the confusion in decision making. This 2024 they have asked this question: decision making, rational administrative decision making. So higher the ethics, lower the confusion in decision making. Ethics a way of life. Ethics a way of life. Does this mean that ethics is a way of life? Ethics, way of life. Does this mean that ethics is a way of life? The answer is yes. So this they have given in like CVC. Following are the things which you have to follow to see that ethics is a way of life. Ethics is a way of life. Ethics as a way of life is an integral part of our success. This question directly has come. Maybe like this year, question number 6 with respect to civil service. Ethics is a way of life is an integral part of success. What does this mean? Very important. It simply means that if you want to be successful, you have to be ethical. Just like the same sentence I'm reproducing from the website, make sense out of those things and grasp the important things. Being ethical means that one is able to differentiate between what is right and what is wrong. One needs to be ethical while dealing with issues at all levels and not compromising for personal gains whatsoever. Following ethical behavior is to lead by example. So ethics, following ethics, if you are a person of integrity, there should not be any compromise. The same things which I have already explained. When one incorporates ethical behavior in day-to-day life, it forms the very core of the person's being. Higher the ethical standards, lesser is the confusion in decision making. Ethics should form a part of you, the core of you, core values. It is needless to say that ethical behavior is one of the effective tools to combat corruption. What is corruption? What is corruption? Anybody? Say, for example, think father gives 70% of the assets to one child and 30% to another child. Can this be called corruption? Can this be called corruption? Think that you are giving one of your friend like 100 rupees. The other friend you are giving nothing or just 10 rupees. Is this corruption? Or another one. Think that I stole money from you. Can this be corruption? Think that like you got a good iPhone. So I got tempted. సో మీరు ఎక్కడో వెళ్ళారు, నేను అది దోచుకుంటాను. ఇది కరప్షన్నా? Is this corruption? So here, the concept of corruption you should understand better first. Corruption is using public office or public money, public position for personal gains. Is the thing clear to you? So if at all, if you consider something as corruption, that should be related to public money, public office. If it is used for personal gains, then it is corruption. A father giving, I stealing, these are personal things. So they cannot be equated to corruption. Corruption is using public office for personal gains, whatsoever may be. Okay. So the same thing which I have like simplified and I have put. So these are the things which you have to be going through. So this question like 3-4 times which has already appeared. Values, code of ethics and code of conduct. Okay. So as I already made this point clear, values are those things which are important. Important to you, your value. Important for society, societal values. Important for civil service, civil service values. Values which are in the form of standards. Values which provide well-being of all are considered as ethics. What is ethics? Set of standards that society puts on itself. So who is giving ethics? Ethics, is it an individual concept? Societal concept. Following ethics is called integrity. Ethics in action is integrity. Integrity in an objective form, integrity in the form of formal rules and regulations is said to be probity. Okay? So if you have got any doubt, please let me know. Values. Values are those things which differentiate humans from humans and also humans from animals. What are your values? Just take a minute. Values are the things which differentiate one human from the another. Values are the things which differentiate humans from the animals. What are your values? Are you happy or are you unhappy? So here, two important things. I use two important terms. Happiness. Let me correlate this to another thing, pleasure. What is the difference between pleasure and happiness? Pleasure is a short term. Happiness is a long term. Happiness is that which you get after you satisfy your values. So I want to give a very important concept to apply to your life. If you are not happy, the main reason is you are just not following your values. Values are those things which are important. Health, is it not important? Money, is it not important? Education, IAS. So if you are not doing anything in this direction, you will simply feel unhappy. So what is one more request is, sit in a place, write down what are your values. Means what is important for me. Afterwards, just think whether you are doing something in this direction or not. If you are not doing the things in this direction, definitely you will be feeling unhappy. Okay? So if you have got any doubt, please let me know. As we proceed, we'll go one by one. We'll take all the concepts in the syllabus. But you should be doing the homework, what I say. Leave the ethics to me. Just concentrate on the things which I say. That will be sufficient. So what is the homework for tomorrow? So case studies. It's better if you write. Otherwise, at least brainstorm as to what the answer is. Okay? So we'll conclude the session. Have a great day. Enjoy the process. If you enjoy the process, success will be 100% yours. Thank you.